Well, hello, good morning everyone. Welcome along. I don't have a hat on. Look at that. So busy sitting here getting things sorted. Completely forgot to cover my dome up. Good thing I had a haircut yesterday and I wasn't completely unrespectable. But welcome along. Nice to see you. Welcome back to No Creek Farms. Pleasure to have you here today. Chinook, I know you're going to tune in if you can. Busy at a training course. It's like what sort of person has a training course at 7 AM on a Sunday morning, but also working in an airline, which is a 24/7 industry. Morning, Isaac. How are you doing? Long time no see. Indeed, it has been. Mark, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Darren, welcome along. Nice to have you here as well. And yeah, excited to be back on No Creek Farms and to start harvesting. If you were here last week, we got everything out ready to go. We've got the corn header on the front. We've got the draper header there ready to go, and we're going to go and get into it. But today, we're actually harvesting oats. I was talking all last week. I was like, oh, we're going to miss the window on harvesting wheat because it finished in August and our growth cycle didn't go right through. I thought, oh, I'll have a test and see what happens. I kept on going, and got to August and it was still harvestable and hadn't wilted or anything like that. And then I was looking at it and going, hang on, we planted oats, which are just fine to harvest at this time of year. So, see there, certainly 110% oats. So we'll go down. We're going to make a start probably in this field here. Jump into that one. Then we'll go down and do these two little ones. And we'll see how we go on that. It shouldn't take us too long. And if we do get that all finished, then we're going to dart off down over here and make a start in the soybean and corn over in this one. Because like I said last time, I'm looking forward to getting some of those row crops done. So that's the plan. Hanson, how you doing, mate? Yos, how you doing? Good to see you. Bums and Bob, how you doing? Nice to see you. Andreas, hello, welcome along. Having a nice evening. You have FS22, but it won't let you load the map, Isaac. Probably a mod that you've got put in there. The other thing we're doing today, we got some hand cam. I've set my steering wheel back up. I got the Ori vehicle control system add-on out, and I thought we'd use that today. So I'm going to run around and put my mind back and head into how to use this one. Which button does what, and we'll go from there. Have some fun. We'll leave that turned on for you for as much as we can. And I do just have to remember every button because I haven't used it for some time. Are these ones started the engine? Now, let's cab view. Pretty good when I can't even remember the buttons, isn't it? If I keep pressing them, I'll get the right one. We'll start. Can't even start my engine up. The ends are on the keyboard. That'll do it easily. And you'll see over there, but hard to see probably in the back, but we do have our sim dashboard set up too, so we'll be making use of that when we can. You haven't got any mods. Well, that's a bit of a pickle, Isaac. We unzip the map and everything like that. If it's this map, I mean, if it's one you've downloaded and you've got a whole lot of mods in a folder, because I know this one did have a few, and I think you had to unzip it before you put it in your mod folder. Yes, it's before Christmas since I last used the steering wheel, so take a little bit of a refresher. It's stuck on 40, won't go past 40. Do you have the Steam version or the Giants version? If you have the Steam version, I'd go into Steam and try and verify files and make sure everything's set up and working properly. Now, depending on how far we get through harvesting today, and just as we drive along here, look at these rows. They're glorious. So glorious. Love it. Yeah, depending on how much we get done today, I'm hoping to do a stream this time tomorrow as well. Public holiday for our part of the country tomorrow. It's Wellington anniversary, which is our sort of regional holiday. So we're going to make the most of having another day off and hopefully get in and do a little bit more streaming and harvesting here. That's the plan. Right. I really want to figure out engine start or stop. Let's just have a look in the keybinds. Head controls. Start engine 16 plus 4. Can't remember which one 16 is now. I think it was one of these back ones and 4. There we go. Back button and 4. Done. Right. Back to hopping out. And back to the yard. A little bit of a sprint. Ooh, maybe we should be tabbing. Make everyone sick doing this. How you doing, Corp? Good to see you, mate. Hope you are doing well. Right, get the corn header detached, and we will be able to head on over. So, I remember again. Right, let's fold and unfold. These up and down. Thought you were away at a concert this week. Next weekend, Pumps and Bob. Next weekend. Foo Fighters were actually in Auckland last night. We're going to the show in Wellington, which is, yeah, next weekend. Attach and detach. No. Here we go. Yeah, I figured it out soon enough. How many times did you ask people there at Llama? Yos? Llama looked like a blast. It looked like an amazing event. Well done to everyone who was part of that. Llama Cop, who did a lot of the organising and very generous with his time and supporting everyone over there. It sounded like it was just awesome. Would have been great to have met a lot of you who I know went. Fingers crossed, maybe a few of you can make it across to FarmCon this year, and fingers crossed we can make it there ourselves. So. I managed to spot Mark, and I was watching Virtual Farmer's stream of the panel discussion, and the camera panned around once, and I was like, "Here's my hat!" In the crowd, Mark was wearing an Argsy gaming hat, so thank you, Mark. He did tell me he was going to wear that one day, and FSG's the next. But it was quite cool just to spot your hat in the crowd. Mark and you said and attracted together. That sounds cute. Yos. Alright. Jumping cab. Wind up here with the header. Terrible job so far. Now we've also, this header's a little bit smaller than our last one. We went back down to the 30-foot one to be able to work with our row crop stuff. So we have changed the size just a little bit there. Right. Now unfold. Let's power on. I need to unfold. No, let's hire a worker. I need to unbind that button because I don't often hire workers in this, but at least it got everything unfolded for us. Alright. Look here. That powered on. It's very loud for me. There we go. Rolling in the oats. So I'm not even going to, maybe we'll in this field. We might set up a GPS course in this field. I was going to say we're not even going to bother doing that. We'll do that in the other fields which are a bit smaller. We'll do as much manual driving as we can, I was going to say, and make the use of the steering wheel, but this one's probably a bit bigger and worth using some GPS on. The other ones are a little bit smaller and we can probably, no point doing that, but let's just see what happens. What sort of tractor was it, Yoss? Hope it was a big one. Not saying you guys are big, but yeah, there's personal space and personal boundaries and things like that. I can imagine a small tractor make that a little bit uncomfortable. I saw a video from the Case website, our Case Facebook page yesterday, a photo actually of them unloading the new 715 quad track in Australia, so it sounds like they've got one there for the first time. Not sure, demo or dealer or going to a customer, but I did see a photo FSG shared of standing in front of one of those and just how big the front end of it was. I think his arms outstretched were about as wide as the hood was. Massive, massive piece of equipment. Massy. I'm pleased you were able to share that little experience together. Oh, what have I done? I've hired a worker. I want to unbind hire worker from every keybind on this steering wheel. It's so annoying. Do that. Okay. Controls. Oh, goodness. Where would I find hire worker? Wouldn't it be great if they had a search function in this? Vehicle work, AI worker, 2 and 30. Goodbye. Bye. Alright. No more incorrect button pressing. As for this crop, it is going to go straight into the back of a truck, straight down to the sell points. So we only have the 2 bins up at the yard. We're going to be using those for our corn and soybeans. So just be getting rid of that and get sold. Always look at putting up another bin, I suppose, but not really worth the hassle, I don't think. See where I'm going. Yep. Didn't do too bad, did I? Considering I couldn't see. Actually very hard to tell the difference between the harvested and unharvested with this texture. The easiest. Missing a little bit there on the corner too. How's our yield going? 25% full. Right, well, at least we'll make it around the field. I didn't actually think about that as we started, but we'll get the whole way around, which is good. Community Q&A looked to be a great turnout. Hopefully many more future events. It did, yeah. It looked like there was a good number of people there. And great questions as well. Actually reminds me, at 9 o'clock, so one of the people there was Mrs. Sim Gamer, who was in the audience and asked the question about how to get more females involved with Farming Simulator, which I thought was a very interesting question, and very well answered, I thought, by the panel. I thought they did a great job. But I did notice that she was going live at 9 o'clock, straight after my stream finished, so I thought she would be a good candidate for a post-stream raid. I think her and Farmer Sim were having a sort of joint stream, a chat about llama and things like that, so yeah, if I don't remember, remind me and we'll go over and raid her once we're finished. Mrs. Argsy win. I've joked with doing a live stream with her and setting up a second camera and doing some multiplayer work. I'll keep on sowing the seeds, yes, and getting that idea growing in her mind. See if we can make it happen one day. Yes, they do. You follow them both, Andres. Nice. Well, make sure you remind me at 9 o'clock. We're going to go across and give them a little raid from the Argsy team. All 2 days at Llama was a blast to put faces to names and voices you've met on Discord was great. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's one of the things, that just a name to a face can just mean so much. Makes things feel like you truly know a person. And likewise, having the chance to meet you earlier this year, middle of last year, Mark. So getting to meet Yoss at FarmCon and everyone else. Certainly is very nice. Very good to have faces to names. Now we've the other thing we're doing is obviously we're dropping a straw swath, so we will go around and bale all of this. Whether we do that today or not, I'm kind of keen to get in and do some harvesting. After spending so much time recently on the row crop stuff. Right. You know what? I'm not going to bother with the GPS. We're just going to do this all manually. By the time I set up the GPS, create a course, figure out where I haven't done, I get this edge straightish. Be halfway done on the field anyhow, I reckon. We'll just carry on. You felt young at Llama. Shows what a great community Farm Sim has. Exactly, Mark. Exactly. Yeah, we've talked about that so many times. Just about how welcoming and open and supportive the community is as a whole. No grudges, there's no bad blood. Nothing like that. Like that. For a sleep. Batteries. You love Mr. Sealy P's answer about playing Farm Sim with his wife. Yeah, that was classic. It was very good, Bob. I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Sealy P obviously at FarmCon last year, but also Mrs. Sealy P was there, and she's a lovely, lovely lady. So supportive of everything Mr. Sealy P does, and sort of along for the ride with him, which is awesome. As are a lot of our partners. Well, just turned 13 a couple of weeks ago, Isaac. Well, happy birthday for a few weeks ago, mate. Hope you had a great birthday. You enjoy having a birthday close to Christmas, or is it one of those annoying things? Hey Shane, good morning, mate. Add 40 and that's you, Mark. Both good and bad. Has its pros and cons. Ancient. I'll add 30 and you're about me. There you go. Hit her up, hit her up. That one, no, that turns it off. Yeah. No, one of them's lifted. Ooh, that's going to go into a tree. Smash. Very strange to meet Mark Thor, not what you expected at all. Hey Daniel, how you doing, mate? Happy weekend, hope you're having a good one. See, I don't think you're responsible enough to be old yet, Yos. Good. This goes to prove my answer. Wasn't you watch streams just to hear your name, do you? Just to listen out for your name. Wasn't listening, but I heard my name. Focused on finishing something in code. Oh, what are you busy coding away at? Something for me to have a play with at some stage. Hey Grant, how you doing, mate? Welcome along, hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And good morning to each and every one of you, or good morning, or good afternoon, or even good evening. Nice to have your company today. Hope you've been having a wonderful weekend. Thank you for tuning into the stream. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button already, I would very much appreciate it if you took the time to do that. Otherwise, actually enjoy the stream. Any questions, ask away. I'll do my best to answer them. Giants didn't live stream the event to get more exposure of the community meetup. Yeah, a little bit of shame there. I guess it wasn't their, you know, they helped facilitate it, but it wasn't their baby, so to speak. So I kind of understand it a little bit. What I'm hoping, Bob, is it gives some more weight to the English community, and hopefully they'll hear about all these people who are planning to come over to Llama and things like that, and we can get more involvement there with Giants, more English speaking information, so to speak. It was a little bit difficult last year kind of getting mild translations, but I thought what they did a couple of years ago, that stopped. That off. We're now going backwards. And popping up my auger was no one there. Right. Yeah, what they did a couple of years ago at Twitch, at FarmCon was much better. Right, go find a truck. Decide which truck we'll take. We'll take this one. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully gives them some motivation to try and support the English community a little bit more at Twitch, at FarmCon. I want to say TwitchCon. I always feel some of the controls are a little bit backwards on this. Might have to try and tidy some of those up too. For you, it's good afternoon. Good afternoon, Isaac. Showed your twin the project you're making, he loves it. Nice. Try and get that finished off for you, cool. I was actually quite happy with how it all turned out. So. Those colours and things tweaked, and then we'll get it put on a couple of bits and pieces. Yeah. Reminds you of FSG's comment about FarmCon being very German, yes. No apologies, but it is very German. Oh, it is. Everything that Giants does is very German. I still don't think they understand the size and demand of their US community and English speaking community in general. You know, I feel like there's, I don't know what you guys think, I feel like there's more British and UK maps this time around than there has ever been. Right, what do we open a tarp with? Again. Look, vehicle, open, close. Oh, we haven't got an open, close cover button. That's no good. What do we meant to open and close a cover? What button would I want that at? What would 9 do? I don't want it to be one of the ones up on here. Like 31. That's a horn. That's not going to work. Right, 32. There we go. It's very quick. I thought it had more of an animation on this one. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh well. 32 seems to work for it though. I think, yeah, I think the reach in the English-speaking community is much more than they expect or understand. Right, turn that off. Leave that there. Jump out of there. Ooh. Go way up into here again. Wish your old trailers open that fast. All on the wrist. Oh. All on the wrist. I know a lot of you have been experiencing some rather cold weather lately, but in the polar opposite here in New Zealand. It's summer for us. We've had some stinking hot days. Right, remind myself again. No, let's disconnect that. Ah. Okay, that one does that. That one does that. One does that. Right. That's what I mean, it's all on the wrist. We were getting out and having to roll it with their roller tarp. Cool. Hey Days, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I need to drop you a message, or actually, I need to get on and update my government subsidy application for the Oaks. Mark conveniently pointed out to me about new fields, and I wasn't sure actually whether new fields that have only recently been purchased or whether we had to have harvested on it, but I suppose we just don't get any of the crop cover, crop cycling bonuses that could potentially, but as we own the land at the end of the year, I'm assuming we can make a claim on it, so I'll need to go and tweet that for that new field I've just put purchased. You wish it was warm where you are, Isaac. 2 degrees. Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? Balwinder, hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining in, nice to see you. What map is this? This is No Creek Farms. This is the row crop ready version of No Creek Farms. It's an edit of a conversion of what was originally a Farm Sim 17 map. Came through to 19 and now here in 22. Thank you, Court. Also wrote that down. Just walked into the house after work, Dazed. Well, hope you had a good day at work. Anything you own in December you can claim. Alright, here we go. I better go through and update that. Buy another field. No, not at all. But I better go through and update that claim. Still can't get the subsidy opened up, cool. You've got a Google account, you should just be able to open it and... Oh, it's an Excel document. See if I can convert it to a Google Doc for you so you can access it that way. The dad hurt dazed. The bad dad jokes were saved for just at Christmas time. Thumbs and Bob, thank you. Office 365. We'll get you sorted, Court. We'll get you sorted. Could even do it on your behalf if you like. Do you get a cut of the extra for providing the consultancy? I didn't realise you were into farm consultancy services, Mark. I just thought that was a friendly fence post chat between a couple of neighbours. Agony, but you'll survive. Fahrenheit, Isaac. Ugh. No thanks. You can keep that. I'll sit here sweating in the heat. Right. Justification for doing what I'm doing is I'm screwing the field off. So let's go through and do this. Hey Nismo, hey mate. How you doing? Good morning. You'll get your coat. All guessing games of where the header is. Yeah. Nailed. Done. Free version online. A lot of people realise 365 you can access it for free. To be fair, I don't really like Microsoft. I do everything at home on Google Docs. I find the cloud storage they have is much handier. Work stuff's all Microsoft. Being an Android user, it's Google Docs is pretty handy. Access wherever I want. Hot day, going to be a hot day in Auckland today. I think it's going to be another warm one here. And the worst part is it's actually, so we've had some rain overnight and going to be humid and sticky too. Nismo, no fun, but life. Okay. Stuck in the Microsoft ecosystem due to uni. Roll with it. Fair enough. Alright. Further. Get up. Watching on the big TV and chatting on the iPad, Corp. Living the dream, mate. Living the dream. Dad went up to the workshop, it was 10. Ugh. You can keep that, Isaac. That's all yours. Orange warning for a storm heading here tomorrow evening. We're starting to get the tropical rains and things like that. They call atmospheric rivers, where the where it sucks moisture down from the tropics and can dump quite a lot in a short period of time. We're getting to that stage where, well, Auckland had all its flooding this time last year, so fingers crossed we don't see a repeat of some of those weather conditions. We had a red rain warning for the west coast of the South Island earlier this weekend, but seemed to have passed without any major incident. Still some flooding, but not as bad as it could have been. far as you know, Google Docs should be able to open an Excel document. Yeah, definitely can. Definitely can, Dave. So I'll have a look at it if you like, and if I can convert it to Excel, so convert it to a Google Doc so Cork can do that, I'll share it in chat. Give people the option. G'day John, good morning mate. Hope I'm doing fine. I am doing fine, thank you. It's been a good weekend so far. Busy day yesterday. Doing things around the house, bit of tidying up, haircuts, those kind of things. So going to help my parents move a few things at their place for a bit. But it's been good. It's a long weekend for me. Our regional public holiday this weekend, an anniversary weekend for our region, so planning to actually get up this time tomorrow morning and do another stream, because I'm just so keen and eager to carry on with the harvesting and the row crop crops. So have that all planned out to do. Right now I'm going to zoom me down this end of the field. Neutral. The one little thing with this, I've talked about it before, I wish this this little shuttle throttle here had a neutral position on it. I could actually, like just a little click. Doesn't need to be much, just something you tell when you're in that sort of, when you've got it centered, because it's all by feel. It's just, you know, I just have to guess when I've got it in the middle. Just gone through there and haven't even harvested any of that. Or I just do that. Yes, I did. Yeah. Still want to have a play around with using it with the buttons on the side. See, I've put this too close to the steering wheel today to even touch those buttons. That was one thing I didn't actually consider when I did my review of it. I talked about how much space and how wide it was, but I didn't think about the fact to keep this accessible. Like, I can't even, with the position where it is, I can't even get my thumb in on those buttons. Didn't think about that. Yeah, John, I'm good, mate. Good, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm actually quite busy with work this weekend. Your daughter's birthday party. Happy birthday to Dave's daughter. Have you got one of those chicken pig things yet? I sent Dave's the gif on Discord the other day with the hybrid chicken pig cartoon type thing, and she saw it, and so he's like, what's that? Pomeranian is watching with her sleeping on the recliner with you. Nice. Living the dream, Corp. Living the dream. You'd open it up and add a self-centering spring. Yeah, I don't know if it'd work. Just needs like a little, like just a point where it rolls past something. Because you don't want it to self-center, because I want to keep it in a neutral, like a steering wheel self-centering is good because you let it go, it goes back to center, but this here you want to either be able to have that position on it, like a joystick self-centering, isn't it? Goes back to neutral, but that you don't want to actually put it back in neutral, you want to be able to leave it there without it moving. Hey Paul, how you doing? Good morning, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Feel like we haven't seen you in a stream for a wee while, Paul. What happened to the Thrustmaster wheel and farm stick? Were they just alone? No, they're still sitting here. To be honest, Shane, I find the Hori vehicle control system easier just to set up and plug and play, because I don't have it set up permanently. I just don't have the space for it. But no, the Thrustmaster joystick's just sitting over there. The steering wheel's just down here on the floor. under the desk so it's not getting bashed or anything. Big Panda sleeping bag and some Lego and she's happy as it. Funny. That's why you're here. She's busy with Lego so you can avoid dad duty. Nice one. Are your parents still hanging around dazed? Hello dazed mum dad. Discord, I have it and I like it a lot because I know can you go live and post a video. Not quite sure what you're asking for me to do in Discord, Isaac. Good to hear, Paul. Good to hear. I'm there till the end of the month. How much to ship that farm stick to Scotland asking for a friend? Can you remap the buttons to use the Thrustmaster setup with the pedals? 100%, so using this steering wheel and the Thrustmaster joystick, 100% could do that. Well, oh, to use the Thrustmaster setup without the pedals. Yeah, so the Thrustmaster joystick's completely independent, so I could, actually what you've just said I could do is, which is set up the Thrustmaster joystick and use that with the steering wheel. That'd be a possibility too. Or just use the joystick on its own. So the joystick's just a standalone. This one here is more the whole system and whole ecosystem which comes in one part, but or one box, but I could have moved over and done this whole pass in one go, couldn't I? Yep. Very efficient of me. Oh, and then I missed some on the other side. Maybe not quite. But yeah, I could just plug the joystick in. So the downside that I have to doing anything like that, which I've found before, is because I use a controller when I'm not using a steering wheel, like the controller takes both hands to be able to steer and accelerate and brake, whereas the steering wheel and pedals, you've kind of got your feet. So I can forward and backwards on my feet, steering on my hand here, and if I want to use the joystick, do anything, then it's here. So if I got rid of this joystick, I could put the Thrustmaster joystick here, with the Hori steering wheel. So, oh, lots of things we could do. You noted that the Thrustmaster farm stick is difficult to find online. It seems to be sold out online in Australia. I know there's a place called Speed Nation here in New Zealand, which seems to have some stock still. Shane, last time I looked. Excuse me. You'd see what shipping to Australia is like from there. Speed Nation, that's where Bovine got his one from. Sold out in most places. Yeah, I think I'd heard March was going to be the next stock on any of this. Right, wasn't the right button, I think it was that. No, what was that one? I'm using the wrong button, Argsy. Not the middle one, it's the top one. Brakes. Ooh. You just. Paul, thank you very much for your ongoing support, mate. Appreciate you being a member of the team here. And that you enjoy the streams. So thank you, thank you, thank you. As you use your phone at the same time. Having a steering wheel and pedals, that's true. Oh, we're not empty. Just filled that first hopper up in the truck. Avidas tutorial. I love this game's YouTuber. You're my favourite. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Please go be a host, have a good stream, and don't forget to hit that like button, everyone. Cheers, Dazed. Get to you later, mate. I'll be getting that subsidy form updated. Right, not the middle, not the top button. The middle one. No, it is the middle. It is the top one. Oh my goodness. Top button. So I think the key learning for getting proficient at using a steering wheel regularly is regularly using it. Key takeaway. Argsy's top tips. Well, that'd be a good little thumbnail, wouldn't it? Argsy's top tips. Have fun, gonna go find some helos with a good friend later, all and Days Cheat link. Cheers, Corp. Appreciate you, mate. You have a good rest of your weekend, and hopefully we'll catch up with you sometime soon. Good to see you back driving some tractors on the server. The Shellbrook server that got updated. Oh, there you go. I hadn't even told everyone, but we're on Shellbrook now with the multiplayer server, the main multiplayer server. And that has been getting hammered the last few days. Days you'll be into this, full of potatoes. I've got the potato sorting factory and everything up and running, so make sure you go and have a look at that. We'll be streaming from there on Wednesday, doing sort of a official reveal of the new server. Is this an episode of The Clumsy Farmer? Feels like it, doesn't it, Mark? Imagine just driving and dropping your header on the ground all the time. That's actually where manual attach is fantastic, because you can't do that. Morning FSG, how are you, mate? Hope you are wonderful, having a good weekend. I saw your comment on Discord saying you were still on a high after Llama. I'm going to have to check out your video you've just popped out for that. Will be on my list of things to do once we're finished up here. Looked like a blast though, mate. Looked like an absolute blast. What map am I on? Paul, right, this is No Creek Farms today. This is the row crop ready version of No Creek Farms. And if anyone is interested, also I do have my curated collection of row crop ready equipment and maps and things like that on the website, which you'll find by hitting !RCR in chat. Bring up a link to that. Help you get started on row crop if you're interested in trying that out. It's a lot of fun actually. A lot of fun. Right, just about done the first field, which is nice. As good as the Hori setup is, and I imagine it'd be hard to replace the convenience of the control of creating content. 100%, that's another very, very real consideration. Bob. The control is just, it's easy. Everything's easy with that. Just that's the Thrustmaster controller I use most of the time there. And before that was PlayStation controllers, but it is the 100. Just such an easy solution. Excuse me, goodness, talking too much. That one again, yeah, you thought you'd got rid of him for, well, Evo, didn't you, Yos? Where are we going? Missing crop again. Right. That can be that done. Like it. Hey, Legion, how are you, mate? Good to see you, Bruce. Welcome along, mate. Good afternoon to you as well. Finished if I wasn't trying to read chat. Llama was brilliant, far exceeded expectations, even Yos. Yos's microphone handing out skills were next level. I think he's missed his calling there. Alright, done now. Turn it off. We will go and empty this out. I'm going to go and shoot down. Hopefully we can get through the gate down the end of this field to get into the next one. Could be a little bit tricky. Let's go the long way if not. Got four fields on the server now, Hanson. Nice. Yeah, they're not mucking around, that's for sure. We're talking more about the challenge we have set up for that, or that we're setting up for that, on the stream on Wednesday. You gotta go, Isaac. All good, mate. We'll catch you later. A good one. Any calendars for sale at FSG? Pumping your wares, Legion. Like it. Mr. Choke did actually. Could have made a killer. he'll be horribly disappointed to hear that. You know what? He's going to lower his behaviour now at FarmCon. I'm not actually that optimistic about getting through this gate. I think from memory it is rather narrow. Which means it'll be header off and we'll go down the other end. Yeah, weird. Mate, you're dreaming. Unless I can do this. I can do the whole header wiggle through this. Right? I don't even think the gate's wide enough to be able to do that. Nah, because the gate's going to get in the way on the other side. Oh, alright. Back it up. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get a gate at the top end of the field either. I'll have to put this back on the trailer. At least I know which button to press to detach it. It's the middle one. So welcome along again, one and all. Pleasure having you here. Enjoying things. If you haven't dropped a like already on the stream, make sure you do. That thumbs up button, very much appreciated. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy your time here. Any questions, feel free to fire away in chat. Happy to answer all and anything, really. At least to the best of my abilities. I can't guarantee I'll know all the answers, but we'll give it a go. Going to this back here again. Like you see that gate, no way we're going to get out that one either. Back. Let's have a look. Bad is it? Middle button. Here we go. Right. Hey, Finnish Farmer, how you doing? Nice to see you. We should be able to now that we're we don't have any more gates to navigate down this end, so we should be good. Get the header put back on. In fact, you know what? We'll go down and do the field I said we'd do. And we'll come back and do the two just over here. Hey Yana, how you doing? Nice to see you. Still minus 30 with you. We've hit 30 the last couple of days, just without the minus on the front. There or thereabouts. It hasn't been 30, it's been darn close to it. Nice to see you guys, hope you're all well. Here's our field of soybeans and corn. Fully grown. That's our first strip of corn, which was a bit of an experiment, and we had all sorts of issues trying to get rows to work, and you can see got all sorts of gaps in there, but the rest of it, it's looking across it, looks like we've got a good cover of corn through there. Be interesting to see when we come through and harvest what it's going to do. Now, I'm actually going to have to run on some of the beans to get here. It's a bit disappointing. Shame. Right. Do the same with the header too, aren't we? Right. Not ideal. Anyhow. What it is. Let's go and find that. Is now. We'll be on the wrong side. We're going to have to maneuver somehow incredibly tightly when we get down there. But this trailer's actually a really good one. I like this header trailer. Set post. Up to -10, you see, you're trying to find a t-shirt. Response to best event had you in stitches. That's a good, very good response. It's very German. Hey, Mr. Thor, how you doing? See you. Right. Sneak this along the edge here a little bit more. More space in there than I thought. We could have just about done that before. I reckon we'll just move the combine out of the way. Oh, in fact, we'll do it this way. What we need to do, isn't it? Thinking we had to get the combine, get it turned 180 degrees so it's facing the combine. Instead, we can turn the combine to face the header. Just like that. Right. Middle button. I'm horribly out of alignment there, aren't I? Move it across. T-shirt is for attending in person. I think he was just saying it's getting so warm now that he needs a t-shirt, not that he was looking for a llama t-shirt. Wow. Oh, trailer's all got a mind of its own. Goodness. Didn't that one slide that much before? Middle button. Stay in first person view for this. Right. We're off again. Ooh, that's gonna swing a little bit too far that way. Get a view on that. There we go. Right. Moving. How to win people and win friends and influence people. 101. Like this one best as it's not in German. Hey, Bezdin Gaming, how are you? 28 months a member, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate the support. Hope you've had a wonderful Christmas break. Happy New Year. And looking forward to 2024. We're already 3 weeks into it. Only 49 weeks until 2025. Does that mean it's only about 42 weeks until FS25 is released? Not long to go when you think about it like that. You've seen FSG's latest Hollywood tutorial about bees, and one thing I still don't understand was what crops do get a bonus. I don't think he's figured that out in the movie, how to get a bonus from his crops, has he? This field's actually a bit bigger than I thought it was. Longer. Would be the best way to describe it. Honey is flammable. Yes, we have learnt that. Don't store it with your explosives. It's really thin honey. Always with the practical answers, Mark. Want to know the facts? Mark Thor is your man. See, I would have thought sunflowers would have been a good one to get a bonus on too. Enough flowers, aren't they? You're getting mixed up most of the time. He sounds intelligent doing it though. And isn't that what most of us do? Fake it till you make it. I was actually going to ask if he's cheated. Did you have a play with the Hori vehicle control system at Llama? I saw that they had it set up on their stands. What'd you think if you did? Any ideas on what will be new in FS25 base game? Absolutely no idea, Dylan. I can speculate, and I've got a list of things I'd love to see in it for 25, which I'm hoping to put into a video at some stage soon. But I've got, and yeah, obviously things that I'd love to see. But other than that, nope, no idea. Yes, with confidence, I know people who've made careers out of it. As if you just said that in your little podcast, that would have saved 40 minutes having to listen to you talk. Wheel particularly. I mean, the wheel's nice, isn't it, with its self-centering? I'm still, because I haven't used this for over a month, I'm still getting used to getting to the buttons, but I think I need to see if I can find some way to get some stickers made for labelling some of these. I think that'd be pretty cool. The Fen one looked 1,000 times better. What did they have there? They have a like a cockpit cabin simulator or something. Like to see the PDA, Paul? Yeah, absolutely. Let me just get turned around here. We'll come to a stop. Where are we? Here you go. This is the PDA of the map. So we own a big swag through the middle. So when the game, it's actually predetermined, you own all of this. This is No Creek Farms in real life. So that is the farm there. Yard at the front. Then we've got these couple of fields over the road as well. So yeah, there's only the one farm there, one sell point. Otherwise you've got a road that comes down here, and then you've got a road that goes across the bottom and a little bit back up there. There's a whole lot of interconnected tracks. You can't get into these fields up the top here. Can't get into the back of this one from this side, but you can go down through here, through the trees to get into these fields. down here, or you can go all the way down the road and through that way. So it's No Creek Farms. Better put what would I want? Yes, indeed, Dylan. Full fent cab wide up to FS22, all fent switches and controls mapped to the game. Amazing. Is that right? Wow. What have I done? Why am I... didn't harvest that section. Did it do it last time around? Yeah, a bit of uneven terrain in there or something. You did a road up and over that. Did it there as well. No worries, Paul. Did you know the stream paused when you click and try to track your camera angle? Been there, done that. It's like when you try and close the map or something. Headland management tutorial made me download yet another mod. Was a great video telling me about a mod I wasn't used properly at all. Headland management with that contour following is amazing. And it's basically courseplay for without using courseplay, isn't it now? Still requires you to drive it, of course. Oh, tight turn. Fent video in Discord. Oh, I have to have a look, Mark. Thank you. Get that out afterwards. Are you really driving though if you're just hitting W? Well, at least it means you can't tab to another vehicle and do something else. As a labour unit, you are still the one in charge of the tractor, aren't you? The equipment. AI beer, it's going to be the end of us. It's going to be the end of us. Alright, let's have a look just while we're doing this. And our time-saving stock check. What have we harvested? Well, it's not picking that up yet because it's in the truck still. Can't even see. Oh, that's the other thing I forget about with this, because I don't use cruise control. I'm using the throttle body that pauses. But yes, because the oats are in the truck and not in the silo, we can't see how much we've got. I saw our friend Hox23, creator of Southern Cross Station Aussie Farms, shared some screenshots of his new map on Facebook yesterday. Australian Farms 22, a 4 times Aussie map. Some aspects of Aussie Farms coming through in it. So this a section of the map looks very similar to the Aussie Farms layout in some regards, but the rest of it's quite different. So that's something I'll be looking forward to hopefully having the chance to look at some stage. And also, I know we talked about it the other day, Australian No Man's Land, I think they've given it the title of Aussie Modding Corp, Farming Corp, I can't remember which one it is now. Anyhow, they're making a 16x No Man's Land style start from scratch type map, but with Australian landscape, Australian sell points and those kind of things. Bit of infrastructure set up, but other than that, it is a build your own adventure type story, which is pretty cool. Hey Fam Trio, how you doing? Bovine, welcome along mate, good to see you. The Fisher J, good evening, nice to have you here as well. Influx of visitors, nice to see you. Saw that too, quite exciting, yeah. Played on all the Hox's maps so far. I think it'll be a no-brainer. We'll give an Aussie Australian Farms a go at some stage. Right. We're going to get this whole field in one hopper. I think we are. Got the steering wheel out today. Yep. Hey, babe. Question was asked when you're going to see you on stream doing some farming with me. We'll set the laptop up and do some multiplayer tomorrow, maybe. Oh, crikey. Maybe. Wear a hat. Wear a hat. Ooh, better hold it to that one, eh? You reckon Mrs. Argsy doing some row crop harvesting? Get here at combine and I'll do the grain cart. Or vice versa. See how we go. 8 PM cereal time. You're like my children, Yos. They love having cereal just before going to bed. 8 AM cereal time. It's 8 AM. Straight facts there, Bo. How's is Floyd there? Morning, Floyd, if you're hanging out with Dad. Checking out some farm sim streams. Good to see you, mate. As per Mr. Silly P, stick with AI. I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. You do set up with the mic. I don't have a second mic. They're watching Preston Plays on the TV. Nice. Of course, I haven't watched Preston Plays for a while, but he was one of the YouTubers they used to watch too. Fisher J, am I going to Farm Con? I'm assuming you're asking. Yeah. Yep, the Farm Construction Simulator. Yes, FarmCon. I am planning to. I have tickets, I have accommodation. When I say I have tickets to FarmCon. Actually having a chat to Chinook last night. He was looking at some potential flight options for me to see if through his New Zealand connection, whether he could give me a better deal, but still working on that one. Will be a Argsy only trip this time, no Mrs. Argsy this time round. That's the plan. Good excuse to have Mrs. Argsy use the Thrustmaster setup. Could do actually. I'd set up the other steering wheel and get her going on it. Just trying to figure out how I'll figure out a way to do it. I can actually set up the set up her monitor. She works on her work computer with the laptop. Let's see if we can get her up tomorrow morning and doing it. You got tickets and flights, looking at hotels. Nice, mate. Nice, mate. Whereabouts are you coming from? Right. There we go. Done. Did get it all in one hopper. Quite comfortably in the end, actually. Now to harvest that piece, maybe just have to hit it on a bit of a different angle. We're down the hill. Bit of a depression in the field just there. You're a VIP, it's like with the All Blacks, so I'll write the red carpet and put you in first class. I wish. Right. That turned off. Top button, not the middle one. Open that up there. Bring the truck down. Let's figure out where we're going to park this. Leave enough space that the truck can get in and out of the field. Right there, we should be able to just drive straight in under it. Right. On the truck. No Chinook either. He's considering it, Mark. Just got to assess his leave situation and things like that. So there's a possibility he said he might come. I mean, chat to him last night. And he also needs to get a permission from the boss. This is Chinook. Need to fly for a job in New Zealand. They're not looking for architects, yes. Funnily enough. England, Fish J, nice. It's not too far to go. So I'd suggest having a look at hotels. I know that the one that we're booked at is already pretty much full. Mark Haythorntheight's got one just out of town. But yeah, awesome to see so many English-speaking visitors intending to go. It's going to be make it a blast, and hopefully Giants, like I said earlier in the stream, hopefully Giants will give us a little bit more content, English-speaking content. We'll just have to wait and see. Hey, Pleasant View Farms, how are you? Good to see you. Con should come to Australia. They were, I know Kermit was quite keen to try and get over here for oh, is that full? How much left in the combine? Not too much, right. We're going to go and take this down to the sell point. We can get this sold now, and we can get the truck back down for the other two fields. I did wonder about just bringing the small truck down, but this will be easier. Right, let's see if we can do this in the first person truck driving without clipping any gates or combine. Oh goodness, we're going to whack the header there, aren't we? Are we or not? That in a reverse position. No, we're okay. Right. Yeah, I know Kermit had mentioned about trying to get over here for TwitchCon, but or PAX. No, it was PAX Australia, but unlikely, I'd imagine. Hoping you can make it home in time for your sister's baby birth. She's due the 10th of July. I'm sure you'll be fine. Sure you'll be fine. Hey Pep, how you doing? See mate? You'll allow it. Thank you, Yos. Just needed your permission. Can't tell you're supposed to look at your hands or your face. Up to you, mate. It's kind of a disconnect between my head and my body, really, isn't there? I should have a stick figure or something in between. Architect. It's a new job thingy. Well, they always seem to be refreshing and revamping their lounges, so maybe they need someone who does that on a permanent basis. I wouldn't say no to being able to do that kind of project all the time. Trying to book the same hotel as VF. Which one is he in? Is he in Cafe Grunwald or Hotel Grunwald? Not after your comment. To tell Giants plenty are coming. I think we actually do need to give them an indication of how many of our community are coming. Maybe we need to do a little poll or something across our communities just to get a bit of a grasp on who's actually coming to FarmCon as an English speaker. I mean, you think Giants would do something like that, wouldn't they? Poll their attendees and find out what language they all speak, but that would make sense. Waiting for him to send you the info. If you know VF, he's probably got the wrong city or dates. There's probably a reason he's got the wrong city or dates. It's in the Czech Republic. Oh goodness, goodness. We have we've got a little chat group, message group with a few creators in it, and Kermit was communicating with us some FarmCon details, so we all had the opportunity to try and book the same hotel and things like that just a couple of days before they announced it. Anyhow, the day before they announced it, or the day of their announcement, FSG doctored up a tweet from Giants to say that the farming simulator was excited to be going outside Germany for the first time and going to the Zetor factory in the Czech Republic and the dates for it and everything like that. And it threw Virtual Farmer and DJ and everyone into a blind panic because they'd already booked hotels and travel dates and everything like that. When bad gag, it was a great gag and it was exactly what it needed to be. It was hilarious. Fortunately, no one cancelled anything, so no harm, no foul. I thought it was fantastic. Right, slam on the anchors before we get too far around this corner and lose a whole lot, including the whole truck. Was when he started to cancel the flights, he had to get him, yes. Only 5-hour drive from FarmCon to Nürburgring. There's Stuttgart's around that area. It's not too far to Stuttgart either, is it? Porsche territory. Also, I spent some time in Munich last year, so I don't need to go and do the whole BMW world. But Porsche could be a whole different beast. But it's actually a good question, FSG. Did John Deere ever announce some winners for that video competition you entered? I'd love to see what the winning farmers did. Right, where are we? There we go. That's an idea. Right, money's going up. It's good. I don't know what market we're selling in. Probably a terrible one. Oats. 430. It's, yeah, pretty much bottom 630. So not ideal, but we'll make do with that. Right, second hopper. Not heard about any winners. Hotel Grunwald, isn't it? Grunwald? Cafe Grunwald? Something like that. If they've booked the same place we all are. Oh, that's right. Oh, stupid tree. But last week, I caught the exhaust pipes on a tree branch. And apparently the exhaust pipes are stronger than the tree branches. Oh, you've seen it, Tom. There you go. Hey, Tim, how you doing? See you, mate. Nice to see you. I hope you all is well. You're looking at Porsche rental in Munich. Excuse me. Off your left. Ooh. Don't drink and drive, people. Nice Peter. It is a nice Peterbilt. This is Northwest Mods and Edits Peterbilt. They released last year. The Argsy logo there on the side. Good to see them as well. Yeah, she's a beautiful truck. I like this one. Very nice. You reckon Argsy would get the fastest time around the ring? Oh, it's fighting talk, Bob. That's fighting talk. Alright. Anchors again. So we're going to get our oats all done, which is good. It's got those 2 small fields to do. They shouldn't take too long. Wrap things up in the next 35 minutes or so. Be good. Be able to drive over to those fields with the header attached without any dramas. That'll set us up nicely for tomorrow's harvest. Hopefully we're going to have a helper. There's Argsy involved. buddy. Didn't think they did bale stacking the Nürburgring. I'll be doing stacking and on there. We need to petition Giants to have a bale stacking challenge with controller rather than keyboard and mouse. What kind of Porsche? You were able to drive a Maserati and a Porsche Panamera, both are so much fun to drive. That Panamera is a big car though, isn't it, Tim? Right, head on down here. We should be able to park in the grass field. Be a good spot to put this and go through and unload. Carry on straight down here and 2 small fields down in the bottom. Like I said, we'll park out here. Turn in for the tree. Flip those stacks on the tree again. No, good. Park here on the edge of the field. Happy days. Right, so let's go find a combine. There we go. Not the middle button. Fold that in. Right. Get on over. Purchase and Porsche's not a word. Bobby Roo, hello. Welcome along, mate. Not huge, but extremely quick. Next up is a Cayman. Ah, okay. 911 GT3 is 3,700 for a week, maybe next year. You've been telling me how well the business has been going. Surely it's a legitimate business expense. Fast, efficient, safe transport around Germany so you can spend more time in the hotel room doing work in between other events. Surely that's a justifiable expense. Not thought of that. Alright, let's just take our advances here across the field. Not thought of that. Who needs to when you have a GT3? What video recording program do I use? To record? Fisher J, so I use OBS to record, and that's what I'm live streaming that through. My editing program, I use something called Wondershare Filmora, which was just a really affordable editing suite when I started out, and it's certainly served me well. So far, I haven't found anything I'd really like to be able to do that I can't do. A little bit naive in some aspects when you compare it to something like Premiere Pro, but at the same time, it's also matured a lot in the last few years. It was a very basic system when I first started using it, but I've added a lot of features to it in the last wee while, which is nice. Nice to see software companies developing things. Yeah, that works fine. Cheaper too. Right. As long as you can pick it up dirty. Yeah. How you talk to your cars is completely up to you, FSG. Got a sponge for that. Good luck getting that past your account, never mind the tax man though. It's only an issue when they audit you, isn't it? Used to ride around several times a week in a Ferrari F355 Spider and a 91 white little Lambo Diablo. Oh, the Diablo, it's every 1980s, 1990s teenage boy's dream, isn't it? Who didn't have a poster of a light white Diablo? Legend. Legendary automobile. Take me around some old buildings while you're there and both ride it off. Absolutely, Tim. I'll give it a clean. You've been using Filmora for a while now. Good program for simple editing, but they have a lot of nice additions. Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing what I need to do. It can do the nice transitions. It can do the you know, clip speed and those kind of things. Get some good audio controls. It's just worked well. Hey, Scooter, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Welcome along. White on white, beautiful. Your comment was based on the Porsche tractor advert you saw on YouTube. It's the Porsche tractor advert. I have to check that out. A clock the size of a business card worth 10k. I'm not surprised. Hey Fred, how you doing? Good to see you. You only had Iron Maiden posters when you were growing up, though. Sure you did. Hi Cindy Crawford or Al McPherson for you. Simulation Station, how you doing? Nice to see you. Loving the new Tahitian series. Thanks, my friend. I'm enjoying that one actually so far. Actually, I'm saying that I enjoy every series I've done, but oops, sorry. Letting my microphone give you a loud noise in your ear. Yeah, I'm enjoying this one. Especially so. It's a beautiful map, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun putting together so far. I think the TW is going to be a little bit more of a issue than I thought, though. TWFW. Anyhow, the Ford might be a bit more of a problem than I initially thought it was. I think you all made the same jokes in the Karcher standard llama. I'm doing well, thank you, Fred. How about yourself? I hear the cars and babes all over the walls, right? Yeah, they're likely, yeah. Guess you start to show your age by what supermodel posters you had on your wall. Now just cars, no more babes. And the cars are old. Cars are probably all old ones too, aren't they? Hey David, how you doing? Did you not do row crop ready, or is it just the first year that you have default? So no, this is it is row crop ready. Just these crops, the cereal crops, aren't a row crop ready crop. It's only the soybeans and corn, as far as I am aware. So oats and that, they don't do a row crop ready version for, I think. So no, we've certainly got row crop coming. Hopefully, I was hoping I might have been able to get this done first, because this was just the first crop we had to harvest. So I'm getting that out of the way. But yeah, you can see up the map. You can see all our row crop ready stuff up in there. We've interplanted corn and soybeans. We've got variations on planting down there, so it is coming. Oh, I'm Tahitian, sorry. At the moment I'm not using the row crop ready version, but equally so the crops planted by default by the game won't be row crop ready, because won't be in row crop patterns because they won't have been placed like that. The way the game builds the map to start with won't have done that. So long story short, yes, first harvest won't be row crop ready if you're using the default stuff, but equally so. At the moment, I haven't actually got the row crop ready version. For better or worse, I have decided I wanted to start the map out without row crop. I might regret that in the future. Am intending to transition over. It's going to be part of the storyline, is seeing how my trials go here in No Creek Farms with some of the intercrop. Might be a suggestion for Uncle to experiment with them, seeing if we can extrapolate some more yield and better performance out of some fields if we do use row crop. So see where we end up with that one. But first things first, actually getting them to put some fertiliser on the fields and use precision farming and sell the crops when they're at their maximum price. Right. More a Cathy Island type of guy. Sports cars will what I'd have when the rock and roll paid off. From the 50s to the 90s on the car. No, haven't tested it at all. Oops. Ah, that's the wrong button. Now I'm all over the place. That was, I used the steering wheel one then. Middle button. I'm gonna read chat and do multiple things at once. Yeah, so no, I haven't tested out any of the crop and crop stuff. Pep, it is going to be a complete and utter going in blind. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then, well, it doesn't. I was just looking at how much soybeans we damaged as we drove across them with the harvester just before, so could be an interesting one. Hey Chinook, how you doing, mate? I'm in a bit of a break from your training, are you? Thank you for stopping in and saying hello. Have a terrible time getting set up with row crop ready. What's your issues, David? On that map in particular, or just in general? I might have already troubleshooted the issue when we were doing it here. GPS mod that can do headlands. Yeah, headland management is the one that does the contour following. So vehicle control add-on was the first one he did a preview on, which is kind of like an alternative to GPS guidance steering. But headland management does the contour following for automatically going around the edges of the fields. Don't complain about the weeds, makes no difference to yield if you spray. Does it not? Well, the main difference will be with precision farming. Like the weeds that I had in Tahiti to start with, they were obviously just applied by Easy Dev, so kind of got this big blanket of weeds, whereas at least with Easy Dev with precision farming, we'll only get the more patchy weeds, and then we can control those with some see and spray technology if we can afford to buy a sprayer that'll do that. Right, that's that, and not the middle button. That. Need to go and open the tarp first. It's the only map you tried on. Interesting. Right. 32 out of there. Their covers. Still getting the hang of using this joystick to walk and not crash into things all the time. There we go. Don't read and drive, that's it. Only map you've tried on, David. Oh, okay. Well, let me know what your problems are if you... We'll see. If I had the mod buildings in when I start to save, my controls act like they're full of peanut butter, slow to act, and they get stuck on start walking forward and need to tab. Oh. Interesting. That sounds like more of a mod conflict than anything else, rather than row crop ready. You're about to start a shutdown this week, won't be around much for the next 3 weeks. Ah. Busy time, Bo. I thought being management you were going to avoid having all of that drama. Can't you just tell people what to do and it gets done? Let us know though if you need a hand with anything on the oaks. I'm sure I can find some time to take care of anything you need done. For a nominal fee, of course. Right, I'll do this little section up here and then we're into the last one. Gosh. Worst combine operator ever. Just mash the buttons until one of them works. Seems to be my MO at the moment. Orbit your way around, there we go. Base of concentration. If you leave them to grow and harvest, you lose 4.5% yield. You just don't get the PF bonus, right? I wonder if that's why I got the PF bonus on some of the fields and not the others on Tahiti. Cool. Better to use the hoe. I don't think you're right about the loss with spraying, Mark. Is that right, Ben? I've never actually figured out what exactly the benefits of them all are. Hey Thomas, good morning mate. Nice to see you. Wherever you press for staff, you're working out of workshop and not on the site, which is something. Ah, back on the tools. Hey, they missed you. Missed you already. Yeah, it certainly sounds like a mod conflict more than a row crop ready issue, David, but I haven't, like I said, I haven't tested it out on Tahiti yet, so for what that could be. We can fix that. Mark. There you go. There you go. Might be able to post a link now, Mark. Ooh. Header into a tree. It's a good way to finish off. Just as we're going to need this to get into the soybeans. Only mods are the ones that come in the pack that I need to... Ah, so you haven't actually got any other mods in. Oh, that's a bit frustrating, isn't it? Just add a horsepower on your PC. Oh, what's that? Auger into a tree that time. Goodness. Actually forgot how tight this field is in particular. Shit after, obviously. Both tools and driving desk multitasking. Oh, you are going to be busy. Looks like your Tahitian contractor RP series is a no-go. Harvest contracts want more crop than you can harvest. Is that right? Have a look as there's the Harvest Mission Fix mod maybe doing it. I know some of the older maps seem to have that issue. Like Shellbrook's had a little bit of a problem on our new multiplayer server with a couple of contracts. 2 jobs for the price of 1. Surely you're going to negotiate a higher duties allowance or something like that. Overtime. Yeah, David, I think it's, is it, we've just installed it on Shellbrook and then took it off. Harvest Mission Fix, I think it is. Cheers, Chinook. Appreciate you, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Nice chatting to you last night. Enjoy the rest of your training. We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully see you on Wednesday. It's the parent mod for the one that gives the silage shine. Well, maybe it is better contracts. I know there is that one too. Maybe that fixed it as well as the other one I'm thinking of. You are using better contracts, you delivered 39,500, which is all I got off and wanted. Yeah. Have a look for that Harvest Mission Fix. Sure, that's what it was called. Anyhow. Only get the overtime. I'll work 15 days straight from tomorrow. Waitangi day off, then another 10 days work. Ouch. No extra time off at the end of it or anything like that. No time in lieu type situation where they say, oh, so you've worked 25 days out of 26. Why don't you just take tomorrow off? Check the video after stream, tested and disturbed, didn't believe the results, so tested it himself, did a video. Ah. Improved contracts and turned down a percentage you need to deliver. Okay. Another way to fix it. All in one way to skin a cat, isn't there? Right, well this is going to work out well timing wise for us at least. We're going to be pretty much finished. Bang on 2 hours. Which does mean we're going to have a lot of harvesting ahead of us. At least the beauty of it all is much bigger fields, so there's not quite as much mucking around. We can use a bit more guidance steering, some GPS, those kind of things. So looking forward to getting into those, but we're going to get this all done, finished off, and we'll worry about baling the straw a little bit later. Ideally you do it pretty much straight away, but it won't hurt sitting on the ground for a little bit. You also being managed to take a day off, your phone always goes. Welcome to upper management. Or is it more middle management? Oh, smoked beef ribs. Nice. We're having a barbecue tonight. At some friend's place. Got some boneless pork belly to go on the barbecue. Got addicted to that stuff while Mrs. Argsy and the kids were away. Mrs. Argsy doesn't do pork, so... Oops. Simmer down, Argsy. So I thought I'd take the chance while she wasn't here to get what I wanted. And now it's all I want. One layer down from the gym. Oh, there you go, yeah. Upper management then. And what, only one layer above the grunts or something too though, Bo? Yeah, and thank you very much. 27 months, my friend. You're a legend. Appreciate all the support over the years. Pleasure having you here as part of the community. And yeah, if you haven't already dropped a like on the stream, do make sure you do before we finish things off. Currently sitting at 49, so one away from my favourite number of 50. Always a nice little milestone. Oh. I've got to remember, I've got the steering. See, I've turned full lock there and I keep going. I don't actually have to go any further. I have to remember I've got that. The steering set to 360 degrees rather than 900. Pallet smokers are a thing down there, Argsy. Mostly just, you know, I think you can get pallet smokers down this way. Yeah, a lot of people use charcoal still, but yeah, pretty sure we can get pallet smokers. You can definitely get pallet wood burners in that. I've used those in houses, like pallet burning fires. Definitely an option. Speaking of which, looking forward to, and yeah, that's something we could do actually. We could leave the straw on the ground and add straw harvesting on this one. Try that out. Once we've finished everything else. Alright, there we go. Close enough to finished for me, I know I missed a couple of bits, but we're going to go and unload things. Nice, thank you Ben, thank you everyone else who left a thumbs there. 52. Appreciated. It's a nice little milestone to get to that 50 on a stream. Right. Ooh, thump over that bit of straw. Right, so we're going to get this sold. We will then get the combine back up to the yard. Header and everything. We have to go get the pickup, get the header taken off. Lots to do. In fact, let's go and find that up now. Negotiate our way out of this mess that this heated trailer's left us in. Let's just jack off it and go onto the field. Oh. To adjust my microphone, I keep bumping it. Blind driving. Can't see where I am. We'll pop out in the field in a second. There we go. Trying to improve that view just a touch. Oh, goodness. Looking forward to meeting you at FarmCon, yeah, and likewise, mate. Well, absolutely likewise. It's going to be a blast. Destruction. Last year was fantastic. Last year was awesome, but to have even more of the community, more of our own communities there, rather than the predominantly German-speaking one. Dare I say, the English invading Germany again? We will see. You have one and you love it. The pallet burner. Interesting. Pallet smoker. I actually got permission from Mrs. Argsy just before Christmas to get myself a new barbecue, so figure out what I'm going to do there. I want to get something that I... because at the moment our barbecue's really old. It's fantastic. I've got to admit, an old barbecue. Something about the seasoned hot plate and everything like that. It's had years and years of cooking on it. It does a fantastic job, but it doesn't have a hood or anything, and I'd love to have a hooded barbecue to be able to do more slow cooked meats and things like that on it. I was given okay to have a look. Figure out what's going to be the best option, so we have to do a bit of research into that. Right, it's middle button. Pops that off. One of these buttons should... There we go. Oops. Need to shove that, but that folds the header up, so run this back up to the farmyard. Everything else up to the farmyard. and get things packed up and tidied away. Hey Tanner, how you doing? Good to see you there, mate. Sorry I missed you tuning in there. Saw a pallet smoker at the field days. Yeah, looking forward to those. They're only a few months away again, Bo. Come around really quick. Check out a pallet one. They are a touch more money, but they do such a nice job and it's so easy. I will, mate. I'll certainly have a look at that. We would do good charcoal and gas barbecues. That was one of my thoughts. I was actually just thinking about getting a smaller charcoal kettle barbecue, but I could do that kind of thing on, like the slow cooked and that, and still keep the current one we've got for, you know, steak and sausages and those kind of things, more day-to-day type barbecuing. My brother cooked our a lamb roast on his one at Christmas Day, and that was fantastic. So keen to explore that more. But down here. Planning to come down again for it. We can arrange. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that'd be cool, mate. Nice to meet you and your family. Right. Let's just park this up here. So I know we're going to need the corn header. So we're going over into the field over the road. Right, but we'll leave that go down. So I've got the have I added it? I'm going to have to add the header height mod on because I want to be able to lift the corn header up as high as we can when we're harvesting. So sure we don't run over the soybeans or cut through the soybeans when we get to doing that. So nice masterbuilt charcoal is like using pallets, set and forget. Okay. Pallet grills are fantastic, still have a propane, but use the pallet one a lot. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I haven't done a huge amount of research into it. There's some really good Facebook groups, like in New Zealand barbecue ones, but they're all about the charcoal. Gas is a dirty word in their mind. But hard to find some good resources to figure out what's good, but I'm sure I'll find something somewhere. Wait till the end of summer to get one when they're all on special. Or I'll wait till next year to get something that's new season. Don't know. Chilling with the dogs. Nice one, 10. Both on one Blackstone now make a unit that's pellet smoker on one side and propane griddle on the other. Barbecue pancakes. If you don't mind them tasting like meat, then we can do barbecue pancakes. Yes. Right, we'll park this up here. In fact, we'll go just a little bit further. Inside here under the trees. Right. Go find a truck now. Get this last load delivered. Still making LPG daily. Yeah, sorry. I should be getting a gas one so that bovine is kept in gainful employment. Onions and mushrooms for steaks. Yes, there's that. Yeah, we do a lot of vegetables on ours too. Vita 10 has a gas and charcoal 2-for-1. Never had bacon. Oh, always have bacon on pancakes. It's just about a given, Yos, but I also like my pancakes not to be flavoured like meat. Steak and chicken cooked on a barbecue is a little bit different to fried bacon and... Did you take Copter out for pancakes somewhere for breakfast, Yos? Was there a crate food stand there anywhere? Did I actually see a photo of one? I'd have actually seen a photo of someone standing in one. Alright, what have we got? Pretty much a half load, 19,000 litres. Go down and get this all unloaded. But yeah, in here, look at all the corn. Corn in here, corn in there, corn everywhere, and then down the end here, just on the corners where we're going to start off, that's where we're going to harvest first. That'll be all going to plan. This time tomorrow, we'll be into these fields and getting them started. Let's get the oats out of the way. Bit of an unexpected, well, not unexpected, obviously planted them, but not expecting to harvest them when I did. Waffle stand. Pancakes are a variety to give you a fry up any day. Variety is the spice of life, Bob. I'll take an assortment. Hey, Music Man. Nice to see you. Just tuning in as we're wrapping things up here, just delivering the last of the oats we've harvested today. Not getting the best price for them, delivering them now, but we don't have, we've only got 2 bins and we're going to have a lot of soybeans and corn to worry about, so that is going to be our priority. But yeah, looking forward to getting in and running what's going to be a little bit of a test plot tomorrow. I think we're going to try and compare yields. If I can, I've got a strip of corn to do, I've got a strip of soybeans to do. If we do a similar length and then do the intercrop row, we should be able to see if having corn and soybeans planted in the same rows doubles the potential yield. So let's have to wait and see the results of that, but that's tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Remember to manage exactly how I do that, sure we don't ruin anything. Restaurants use the same griddle for everything. It's fine if your pancakes. That's time to look at your wash up routine. I'm a firm believer in leaving as much fat and oils on my barbecue hot plate as I can. It's seen some life over the years. We figured out, we got that barbecue in 2004, I think. Mrs. Argsy and I were flatting together in Wellington, and it was her dad's, and it was second-hand then. So we've had it 20 years, and he would have had it, I reckon it's a 30-year-old barbecue. And apart from the fact that the wheels don't stay on the axles very well, it's done a pretty good job. I think I've replaced the stones in it once to keep the oil tray and drip tray and that clean, but other than that, it actually served us really well. I mean, it was free to start with, perhaps it didn't owe me anything in the first place, but yeah. All sorts of things cooked on it. Cooked crayfish on it one Christmas. Awa, or abalone for... That's the name for pawa. Is that abalone in Northern Hemisphere? Floyd's finished his John Deere 9620 track test day. Nice one, Floyd. Good job. I'm just thinking... we'll take this back to the yard because I think we'll run the truck around the other end. There's no access into the field there, so... How old is the barbecue math is the most dead thing ever. How's the harvest? We've just finished all the oats days. We're just packing things away or tidying things up in advance of jumping through into corn and soybeans tomorrow. Just going to leave the truck parked right there. Turn that off. And we're actually going to, we'll go over and have a real quick look at where we're going to harvest next time, and then we'll wrap things up. So, sprint down the road here. Ah, it's a shame, mate. To catch it later, because we're going to test exactly what we end up with. So, we'll get in here, we'll go around the outside, we'll do the headlands, get the soybeans off, and we'll probably go down the inter rows here with the soybeans, get as many of those done. And then when we get over to here, this is where we've got our soybeans and corn. There you go, soybeans and corn in the same rows. Somewhere in here, these ones. Where is it? There we go. There's a good example. That's exactly how I want it to look. Perfectly down the row. So when we're standing over here, what I'm going to plan to do, we've got a row of soybeans, or maybe we might actually use that side. We'll do a length of soybeans, we'll do a length of corn, assess the yields off both of those, and then we'll do the corn and soybeans on there and see if we get the same amount of corn off that as we do off that row, and the same amount of soybeans as we do off that row. Then we'll know there's a benefit to doing both at the same time. So that's the plan. That's the plan tomorrow, and who knows, we might have Mrs. Argsy driving a grain cart for us. See if we can twist her arm later on. She didn't say no. So we'll see where we end up. Out of here later, Bo. DJ cleaned out the local Lego store farm. So we're going to the Lego store next week, so I'm going to pick up the John Deere forage harvester. I'm going to pick that up next week. So I did see all the Lego given away at Llama. Yeah, very generous. Right, thank you everyone. Hope you have enjoyed that. It's been a blast. It's been good to get that done, and like I said, looking forward to getting into some proper row crop stuff a little bit later on. What I'm going to do is share that link. If I just copy that. See if that's going to double check that's going to work. Right. Bring back that chat up. That is Mrs. Sim Gamer's channel. If you saw the Llama panel, she was there, asked a question about getting more females involved in Farm Sim, and FSG gave her real big raps. He'd been talking to her a lot. So seeing she's live and she's right after we're finishing, let's head on over and say a huge Argsy hello to her, hear about Llama from her and Farmer Sim, and yeah, just generally be polite. I'm sure you all will. But anyhow, we'll catch a lot of you, hopefully catch you all tomorrow. I'm looking forward to getting into these soybeans and corn and just seeing how it all works out. But for me today, thank you all very much for hanging out, for tuning in, and have an enjoyable Saturday night, Sunday, whatever it is where you are. Take care. See you soon. Bye.